fucking cutie. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I was just doing a little personal message, but then I kind of feel like it's actually like an intense, like, Holy Week message. And it's kind of funny because, basically, like, Holy Week is, like, where I would say, like, if you were, like, to study the, like, JC, like, character arc, I think this is where a lot of the initial wounding would happen. So I feel like this is Crucifixion Week, and, like, look at the bottom of our starter energy. Hangman, Crucifixion. Who gets hanged? The Hierophant. And then what happens? Karma, immediately. That's this week, right? So I was like pulling out, just doing the current random ass like energy right now, and it was like right now is the Five of Wands. So it's like the start base energy of right now, and it's so funny because I literally just had like the most like phenomenal night, like date night with my husband. And we like made love outside under the moon, so it was cool. Well, in the car outside under the moon, so it was cool. But I was like coming back home, and I was like, oh, like so much happened. I wanted to like see what was up, but then clarifying the Five of Wands was, which immediately, like when I pulled it, I was just like, I just feel like there's so much clawing and scratching, and I kind of just felt like hell-like vibes, like a little bit of a hellish vibe. I don't know. You guys will have to chime in and let me know if that's accurate. Obviously, it is. And then when I clarified it, it was like basically when I knew that we were talking about like what Holy Week's procession like sets up to. I think the wound this week with Jesus Christ is just like a betrayal wound that could happen this week, and so I do just kind of feel a bit like this is the week, or this is this message right now. It's like the 30th, or actually it's probably the 31st at this point. It's probably past midnight, but for March 31st, I feel like it's the final. This is the final stage, maybe like of this week. Is like we're setting up the stage for like this final crucifixion, where it's like in the end, the fate was always going to be that if you did like commingle with any type of like demonic frequency, that like that feeling of the way that that would end out or close out is that you'd have to become aware that of what it really was. And it just looks like you're giving equally, it's from some sort of dynamic of power, like this is like a demon that you're like, I'm telling you, it's like hellish. I feel like it's just like a hellish community. Actually, this is actually like kind of giving more of like a whole lot of bitches that's just like the Antichrist, low key. And it just gives like someone who is just trying to like maybe like help or mitigate or like whatever, but it actually is like these would be the type of bitches that like, that's what I'm saying. It's like the type of week that I don't know, it's all pure prophecy right now. It's like I'm just channeling, but it's like the type of week where it's like you may not be surprised, but like the current, I'm just saying like look what's around you, because like when you get crucified, like these would be the type of bitches that would pull up to it in the same week. Very interesting. So let's keep going. Let's see what's crossing the Five of Wands. Wow. Okay. And then so there's this other story going on. I feel like this is also the like, I feel like there's this competition. There's this like, I feel like maybe, and that's what the angle is. Maybe the thing that feels devilish or hellish or demonic is having to now fight, and there's like competition where there wasn't supposed to even be any, is what I'm getting. It's like it's the affection in the heart of this Queen of Wands, but she already has a proper match. Like there was already someone who was supposed to like Page of Wands, like take their Page of Wands, develop, and like court the queen, right? But what something that I'm getting is like now there's like a lot of pages, and it kind of actually just kind of feels like hell. I don't know. This Queen of Wands. Let's clarify. What's the Queen of Wands got to say? Yeah, it's, oh my god, so many suitors, type of frequency, like so many, like, whoa, that's a like, I also kind of get too, if we're just, since now we're talking about like this Queen of Wands, it's like the magnetism of it, it's like it's almost feverish. It's almost like a bunch of individuals, a bunch of suitors who are like swarming obsessive. Like there's like a lot of possessiveness about the situation. Actually, it's actually kind of the vibe. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, and it's kind of on some like the what goes forward, what actually, like, we all have to kind of surrender to the fact that it's like, I feel, yeah, it's just like it's a very all powerful culminating time, because I feel like there's this election happening. It's like, who's it gonna be? Who gets to like go safely to shore, and whose truth is the truth? What's the truth that's really gonna happen? I think that's like what's getting. It's like, who is the queen going to invest in? Is like the vibe. It's kind of crazy. Let's see, 5, because it's like 5 wands, and the real energy is like the queen of wands, right? It's crazy. It's a lot of suitors trying to look at this energy crossing, this queen of energy. Look at this. It's so the vibe, okay? It's like Knight of Wands comes in as like, I have a whole path I want to like go down. This is like kind of the vibes. Very interesting. So it's like Queen of Wands, show you the world frequency, like in your hand type of freak. What is the Two of Wands saying? What's the path? It's like such an interesting, let me see. Seven of Pentacles reverse. The Sun. Yeah. Someone is like abundantly clear that it's like, it's exactly this, like, well, this was always my prophecy, this is my path to walk down. That's like the awareness. It's like that Queen of Wands, like that's my path to walk down type of thing. But I think that there had to be like an understanding that like the reason now that you had to like go to war for it was because of the non-investment originally. So I just think that part of the reason why there had to be like hellish circumstances of like again, I kept getting like catty. Like I didn't even get like, you know, usually when it's like hell on earth, like demons and shit, you know what I'm telling you girls, like, oh, you girls in hell with a bunch of demons. It's not even that. It was more like a lot of suitors. It was like you made there be more options than there needed to be. So there's gonna have to be a lot of like eliminating all the options now, because there was like, this was something that's prophetic sun card. This is a part of it. This is your prophecy. But the thing that was clarifying the sun card is like not investing in your prophecy. So whatever you were doing by emotionally ignoring something that was like, hello, now you're trying to go on path with it. But it's like, when you were ignoring it, that's what was also opening up all this confusion, because it is the reason why there's all these other, in the interim, while you're often like not committing to the path. I feel like the 5 wands is all the mistrials of all the things you do in the in-between, reflected, mirrored, right? You make all this conflict when you're not following God's path. I feel like that's kind of the bottom line of like what's coming out here, because literally the energy is 5 of wands crossed by the Queen of Wands, a lot of competition for the queen. And in the end, it's like someone has the wand to open up a path with it. That's who it actually is. Even though there's a bunch of bitches, it's like, well, the real person that it has to be is the person that can open up a path with the person, you know. But I feel like the person that should have been the one doing that originally emotionally was walled off. 4 of Cups was not emotionally available. but yet it's almost like not being ready when it was time for destiny. Like when the sun made everything illuminated, it was like you were off, like emotionally closed off. If you're emotionally closed off, then it's like we're gonna have to try to figure this out somewhere else. And of course, the Queen of Wands probably knows, like, I can't go do this somewhere else. So now what? Whoa. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's just like, I don't know. It's like kind of crazy message coming out right now. Recent past 10 Pentacles. Emperor. Okay, it's like I'd love to see God's clarification on this. I'm sorry, this is like one of those messages where I'm like getting a lot of information. The Moon card. Yeah, in the recent past, it's like the feminine frequency here was giving a truth, Queen of Swords, about how someone is like the emperor of this like very physical empire that is like, it's like new earth, it's like a new structure. And it's like the revelation, it's like in the past, it was like there was a revelation surrounding like, this is like the recent past really being about like connecting like the steps that it takes in order to get yourself to that vision. And I feel like because that's what the past was really all about, which again, it seems like because the moon influences there, people were very not clear that you were being asked to take Page of Pentacles, practical steps to build the 10 Pentacles. I feel like we're at the 6 of Pentacles right now, right? The current energy. I feel like this is where we're actually at. And I think the reason there's competition, illusionary paths that are sparked up, devil contracts, devil bondage, toxic demonic frequencies, is because it seems like sun and moon, right? The sun and moon are here. So this has got a lot to do with like everything was always really on the table. I think this is a really interesting case of like the divine wasn't even like, when the divine's not even like kind of trying to make things like obscure or niche or like anything like that. This seems like the information was kind of like put in plain sight, I will say. This wouldn't have been something that was hard for you to get or understand or wrap your head around, because it seems like it's just like hitting very close to home. It's like a part of your prophecy very deeply. Feels like what's revealed is like, yeah, whatever, but it also gives you purpose. It tells you like where to apply this like gift that you've been generating your whole life to practically and to build something bigger. So I don't know what I want to say, like just because you maybe like don't know about something doesn't really mean like it would be hard for you to get on board with the program. I don't know. Because I'm just saying, for us to be like devil, hella, yeah, it's a lot. Let's see. This is so what it is. This is like someone basically having to like re-enter. It's almost like having to re-enter a contest for something you already own. Imagine like having to enter a contest to go on a date with your wife. That's kind of just like what Spirit just said to me. You gotta like enter the raffle. It's like your whole ass like spouse. And I just feel like it wasn't ever supposed to even include like all the You know, you weren't supposed to have to like walk up with your dick in your pants and like offering the things that were supposed to be offered and da 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 da. You weren't even supposed to have to like do all that Knight of Cups. It's like, my bad. It's not even my bad. It's just like you have to go through the like Hunger Games. Yeah, because of the ways that there's just this big energy. It's a lot of stalling out and waiting type of thing for the Divine Feminine. They just were surrendered to the fact that, like, whatever. And that's what's kind of interesting and what I haven't really seen revealed right now is kind of like the why, you know, because I feel like in this situation, because everyone's equal, it's almost like the Divine Feminine is just as like human as the Divine Masculine in situation. So it's almost like she gets the same like gnarly prophetic, like, what? Whoa, that's crazy. But it's almost like she's just not. I almost just it's like you're not making an excuse for yourself, you know. And again, for the Divine Feminine, I feel like for all the amount of time you spent overthinking in your head about what was happening, even though what was happening, like I said, Sun and Moon are in this bed, so what was happening was real. It's like real, definitely happening, definitely like regular, definitely not anything fucking crazy here. But for that's why you also, Divine Feminine, at this time, the most important thing the Spirit wants to get for you is 9 Pentacles. Complete independence. So the Divine Feminine is also like there seems to be an end to this because the whole overthinking ends because it looks like the Divine Masculine in the situation has made no plays, has not shown like any of the moves yet. Like if say there's like 4 steps to doing something or like courting someone, they haven't done any of them. There hasn't been like a, hi, my name is, hi, here's what, we should go on a date, and then after the date, here's like what I thought, like maybe we should like there hasn't been any of those steps initiated. And I think that's what's racking up the like mental like confusion, because in one person's head the thing doesn't even exist yet it has, like that's what it kind of gives. It's like, how can something not even exist when there's all this development? It technically doesn't even exist. That's what I'm saying. Someone hasn't completed the cycle. Someone is still locked out. That's what created all this fucking crazy subterfuge ass energy. Completing a cycle. I think the reason that was being held up though altogether was because the Divine Masculine was completing the cycle about like locking themselves out of their own thing. Like I feel like whatever was holding it up, whether it's people, places, things, situations, circumstances, blah, 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 it's like if they haven't closed that part of their life out yet, which is like the parts of them that would be attracted to things that would again like lock them out of what they already have. It's like selling yourself back something you already had, or like hanging with people that exclude you just to make yourself realize like you were always, you know. So many wands, so many wands, so many wands. 3 of Wands. Dude, the Queen of Wands. So this is about how this King of Wands, who's the literal match to our whole moment. This is why he's just staring at her. He's literally just staring. He's literally staring at her. He's literally like, this is the King of Wands being like, it doesn't matter when she goes through her processing of the 5 of Wands, the like final pick would be me, because we know the Queen of Wands is really only going to be able to magnetize and like stick to what's actually like a reflect, like her, like in charge. And that would be this person. So that's what this person's kind of sitting there with. It's like, well, this is a little bit of a clusterfuck, and I definitely am taking accountability. That's what I feel like. I feel like someone's inner dialogue is like definitely already taking accountability, because it's like pretty A plus B equals C. It's like, yeah, all this unnecessary stuff is just unnecessary stuff that I created by just like whatever, for however long it took me to like close out something. I do think that the heaviest part of this is that the closeout was like heavily incentivized. Like it was like, yeah, you close this out, your life is instantly better. Like I don't think God was ever like making anything too complicated in that regard. So I do feel like that's something that's why someone just like eagerly waits, yeah, for their wheel to turn. I also just feel like they've been really putting in a lot of work. before this wheel turn. Let's see. They're expecting the Wheel of Fortune. They're expecting the Judgment. They're expecting it. They're expecting your waters to break. It's super funny because, like, I have this Libra full moon. There's, like, certain moons that I, like, get really pissy at. I feel like Libra full moon, Sag full moon. I don't know why. I just get mad. Like, I, like, pee on myself a bunch. So I, like, peed on myself so much. But it's always super symbolic whenever I, like, piss myself at a full moon. It's like my water breaks. Like, I'm about to have a situation happen where it's, like, I'm going to be in the situation and I just need to be prepared that, like, if the water just broke in the situation, like, would I be chill type of thing? So that's how I feel. I feel like this King of Wands knows the Queen of Wands. He's just expecting. Because I just feel like there's so much sacral energy with this Wheel of Fortune. It's like the Wheel of Fortune's like in the sacral. I feel like there's something about like this Judgment. It's like where the sacral chakra is like it generates the abundance flow. I don't know. It could be just that that's what I'm saying. It could be the portal that this certain amount of abundance has to be birthed through. I don't know. But I just get that. It's a lot of orange energy, a lot of fire energy. So that's the near future. 3 of Wands. Someone's expecting to be pegged. This is someone who's like, offer you can't refuse type of frequency. It's like expecting that it'll be like, well, because you're gonna have the epiphany that it's me, the King of Wands, type of thing. Strength. Yeah, manifesting this alignment, I think, took a lot of God strength. It took a lot of overcoming. To be strong enough to like have this. I think that's the biggest thing. I think it was like God was like, it's not a matter. I think that's the biggest like message here from just like what I feel visually. It's like it was never a matter of anything. It's like you kind of just got to be like strong enough to have this. I feel like God's strength, strong. Yeah, I feel like that's what all the combat was for. It's like I'm telling you. It's like, for starters, you show up like God, like you're, I don't know. I almost want to say the strength of your magnetism. I think that's the way that the Queen of Rods and the King of Rods are like aware of the vibe, because it's like, it's genuinely in the strength of the pull. Like a major arcana to something with the 5 suit minor arcana is going to be just a completely different level of pull. I just keep hearing the strength of the pull. I think that's how people are knowing that this is something to really pay attention to in terms of a connection, because it's like it's like how strong the attraction is. It's like how strong it is. It's like, that's like what I'll say. It's so strong that it's like the feeling alone can get someone to like charge, and it's like you're just charging at the good feeling and trusting that you'll be strong enough to like just kind of like overcome it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it has to do with the 8 of Cups, like walking away. Chariot, 8 of Cups, manifesting your exit. This is all that work you had to be brave enough to do in order to manifest this connection. Let's see. That was the work. But it could happen because you have the 10 of Cups with this person. You have the 10 Pentacles, you have the 10 of Cups. Crazy. Oh my God. And I think the next card out being the 5 of Swords makes so much sense. 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups. This is cut off. This is last call. I don't know, like maybe right now, like that's how I feel. It's like genuinely like I literally see somebody outside of somewhere being like, you can't get in, sorry. I'm literally seeing, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm literally seeing like some sort of altercation where it's like this is an energy that's like, sorry, you can't even come inside. And I kind of almost get this energy of like, what? It's me. What the fuck? And it's like, nah, you can't come in here. I don't know. I don't know who that's for. I don't know what I'm seeing. Yeah, dude. 5. This is like, okay, so someone is like having to get honest, I think, because it's like there's a lot of suitors, there's a lot of things being presented to someone, but there is like, I think at this time it's like, what's the strongest feeling? Like, what is the strongest feeling? And that's the one that is like gonna be allowed through the gates, is what I'm getting. And then it's like there's a lot of people that are just feeling like locked out towards, because this has to do with like something being chosen or committed to, like under the sun and moon at this time. Wow. It can only be one, is what I just heard. I don't know what this is going to resonate for you girls. It's like a breaking message. Somebody is winning, but it feels like there's a lot of losers. It's like, I'm getting there are 6 people. It's the same 6 people. And it's like amongst 6 people, one person completes gets the invite, and the other 6 possible people are gonna leave feeling cut off and locked out. Like this is almost like, it's like, you know when you're on The Bachelor and like there is incentives to the fact that you're just included in the show. So like, this is like someone who's like, if I leave here, I don't even get to experience, like they only get to experience this, what I'm feeling like, this Queen of Wands energy. Like, the heaviest part about this is like, if they lose this show, like it's not a show, but if they lose this courting duel, where it's like it's not even a duel, it's not even like anybody has to fight anybody, it's that there's a lot of offers and one will get picked. And so I think the feeling is more just like, everybody fuck off, like, excuse me. I think it's just kind of like trying to vie for the same amount of attention from Queen of Wands. Now, I feel like with the Queen of Wands, it's like, it's just like, she's got to just like really like she's got to understand that there has to be the biggest feeling. There has to be a feeling that you feel the most. And so this is kind of about not being like general and being really specific about like what you're really, really wanting to feel, I think, across the board. Oh my God, there's just so much. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. This is so insane to me. This Holy Week is insanity. It's like, okay. So I feel like what's getting corrected in real time, this is a deeply like deep message, so you guys are gonna be like, what, Alexis? But so I feel like the Most High, the highest power, is here to correct the history, the karmic history of Holy Week. Like the original Holy Week, like what was happening at this time. So it's a story of betrayal. And the reason for the betrayal was because Christ feared the love path. Like, it looks like what was in his fear space was that it was like love instead. Like, it was fearing love more than like loving love. That manifested why he was done so fucking dog ass dirty, right? This would be someone who like really fears being like the one. It's deeper than like being the one for this love story, but this is a supernatural love story, so then that would also mean that you gotta like come to terms with who you are, and maybe that's like, because the only person that would fear being like a Christ-like figure, like being a spiritual person or having a big soul or something, right? Let's say something like that. It's like, this is in the fear space. And I can relate to this because when I was younger, I used to be really terrified of who I was, you know. I also feel like that was why you would probably be really scared of the Queen of Wands gifts. That's probably what got you in the situation when it was like super simple and straightforward in Revelation. And it was like, this is what you need to build. That's probably what you didn't, because you run from your psychic gifts or from your position in the realms of spirit just as much as you would run from like the Queen of Wands metaphysical abilities. Clarifying this, yeah, Queen of Pentacles, magic wands, yeah. I think the problem with this partner is a magic person, so it's like you gotta pick magic and then you have to like come out as a magician. It's like, okay, it's a lot, I guess, if you're like a normie. Yeah. And in your case, this is like someone who's like this fear manifesting. It's like God doesn't play about you. You learn that quickly. It's like other bitches can date demons. When you date a demon, you throw the balance, you throw the scales off of balance. You get what I'm saying? Because you're a magician. You understand that now. You were wondering why it was like all my bros go to the strip club, bro. Why when I go to the strip club does it feel like I get the most karmic retribution? It's because your bros are not magicians, you're a magician. So when you're a magician, it's just like God is holding you to a metaphysical standard. God is holding you to the standard that's just like my guy's skirt. You can't, like, you can't be fucking on random bitches. That's why the karmic debt was so big when you did do that shit. Because this is not Twilight. We're not mixing with mortals type shit. Not for anybody's, like, health and wellness, no. No, yeah, you feared your ego. This is Jesus Christ. It's like fearing, because the only reason he's over here getting slaughtered, sliced, and diced up by regular mortal men is because he's too scared to go hang out with other fucking light workers. If you want to be the only motherfucking light worker amongst a bunch of demons, just one by one helping save demons, then that's why you're always gonna have demons plotting on you. Because they're just demonic and low vibrational, but you're always hanging out with low vibrational bitches. That's what I'm saying with Jesus. It's like, brother, you need to heal your daddy wound because you're hanging out with low vibrational bitches and calling it healing work. You need to have boundaries, right? And so I feel like this Holy Week, like, Jesus is doing something different. Jesus is rewriting the prophecy. Jesus is going to choose differently. Jesus is going to walk off. Jesus is not going to compete. Jesus is going to leave. This is a tower that's being enacted because someone is like, this is so shocking. Someone is literally just going to go, the way that they're rewriting it is they're realizing like, well, if in the original prophecy I was supposed to just be in my Page of Wands and go court the Queen of Wands and just develop the relationship. That's what they're choosing to do right now. Someone is choosing like, fuck it, we're going to just start right now. Yeah. Because I think they realize like, okay, well, nature is going to make me like surface my application to the top. But when it does, we're just going to celebrate and start over. Like, it's almost like you did go through this whole thing, but what you're going to do with it is not even like, yeah, I won, celebrate your victory. You're going to do exactly what the prophecy wrote. This is someone who like really learned. It's like, well, I only went through hell just trying to get you back because I thought I lost you for good type of thing. If I get you back, which it looks like you do, the first thing that we're going to do is like make sure that like we go back and reread the motherfucking prophecy properly, and I just do what it says. Like, I feel like this is someone who doesn't want to freestyle on the beat anymore. It's like, when it comes to this shit, let's read the fine print, you know, because it's so, oh wow, it's so beautiful. Someone is like really expecting that this like pentacle offer, this offering, this very physical offer, I feel like, to me, this is what it looks like. It's a physical offer that's coming to the star. Let me just say that. And I'll just be honest with you guys, I had like some super yummy sex, so it's kind of like really making me feel about that. Like the physical, it's like something like the intimacy like knocks down, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, this is like a celestial link up. It's like somebody's ready to have like, I want it to, it's very exclusive too. I want to hang out with just you know? And I feel like it's Tower. Yeah, it's a tower because someone's like doing something on their own. Someone's like breaking off and doing some shit on their own, which is cool. I don't know, you guys. You'll have to tell me how that message resonates. It just kind of felt like happening right now, type of thing. I don't know. I don't know. This moon is getting me like so. Oh my god. I'm having the same like sensation happening to me again. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm feeling a lot of crazy feelings. Anyways, dude, tell me how this goes. I don't know. I'll definitely be reporting back because like I'm feeling like wired and crazy. I'm like, whoa. Whoa. Whew. So crazy. Okay. Let me just see if was there any other messages that could be unrelated. I just want to see if there's any other messages. Something that'll stop your heart breaking. This is something pulling up that like lets you pour out everything. I just feel it's like exactly what I got. It's like the type of energy exchange where it's like you will immediately be put in the star type. It's just like if nothing matters. It's like that. It's like okay, great, I'm here now. Like nothing matters type of thing. Chariot, 3 of Swords reversed. Any other messages, Spirit? 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. It's like why all these other things didn't. It's like why you cut all these other. I just feel like there was a real clarifier. Like I feel like it's because you're clear on like what you want that like cuts, I don't know, can be made. This is like the same. Someone is expecting. Beautiful, man. It's like so many seeds have been planted. I just got a lot of car action. Chauffeur. Get the ladies' bags. What the fuck is going on? all I'm gonna say is the Divine Feminine, this is gonna feel like a plane landing really like nicely, because you're like meeting up with the runway in perfect time. It's like who you were, like it's not even who, it's like how you were preparing for like this new timeline's feeling and vibration, and like what your lifestyle would be like. You've already been living to the point where you have it down so comfortably, so that when it actually really does happen, it actually does kind of just feel really seamless, like the transition. And so I feel like it doesn't really matter what sorries and my bads like need to come your way, because it's like you're already super acclimated to like Empress life. You're just like living with a certain amount of like physical abundance. So that's awesome. But anywho, girls, that's all I have for you. 40 minutes on them. You're welcome. Enjoy. Oh, God. Yeah. Until next time.